What's up, everyone? It's Drew with No Debt But Love, where we try to live out Romans 13:8, which is to allow no debt to remain outstanding, but the continuing debt to love one another. Ooh-wee. It's been a long time since I recorded. I would like to say thank you so much for stopping by and for patiently waiting. To be honest, I live in Texas and we had a really bad snowstorm in February. And to be frank, I'm just now getting back to some normalcy. It took out power and everything, as you see in the video. My kids really enjoyed it starting off, and then that second day hit, they were over it. But anyway, let's get to the video. All right. So what are we gonna learn today? We're gonna learn about how this pandemic has impacted student loan repayment. So the purpose of this channel is to encourage everyone who has student loans to pay off them things as quickly as possible and to inspire the next generation to avoid student loans at all costs. It took me almost 9 years after graduation to pay off $85,308.17 in student loans. And the crazy thing about it is, along that journey, in my lifetime, I have experienced 3 recessions. It's wild to not even yet be in my 40s, and I have endured 3 global recessions. Anyway, this is how the current pandemic is affecting current student loan payments. So the first article comes from CNBC. The article is titled, "The Pause on Federal Student Loan Payments Ends September 30th. Here's How to Prepare." It's crazy, right? So initially, when the coronavirus pandemic first swept the United States in March 2020, student loan debt relief was among the first policies enacted to help struggling Americans. Since March 27, 2020, federal student loan interest rates have been set to 0% and payments have been paused, but the policy is set to expire October 1st, 2021. It's crazy. I have some friends and some family that, quite frankly, a lot of them have not made any payments. We don't know what's going to be around the corner. We may not still have our jobs. I know within this last year, I have changed jobs 3 times. 3 times. Just in a 1-year time span. I've had 3 jobs within a year. And it's wild. The crazy thing is, though, they've all been related to what I've wanted to do. So the Lord blessed me to be in a position to where I can work at a community college, and I taught, and I also worked to keep kids in school with a scholarship program. And then I moved on to my most recent position as a 6th grade writing teacher. And love the babies, did it for the kids. But man, it was hard with COVID and having to walk in there with the mask and the face shield. And I've had kids tell me I was being extra. A lot of kids tell me they didn't like me because I looked like I was going to outer space somewhere. Yeah. And now I'm about to start a 3rd position. All of it is, I'm humble. I thank the Lord for it, because the Lord has been so good in his provision. But man, it has been so stressful. But not everybody is as fortunate to be able to have jobs and to obtain them, and yet alone get an interview. So I just first off want to thank my previous employers for extending the opportunity for me to work, even during the pandemic, even while being afraid, having them to meet me and interview me, just giving me the opportunity. So I'm thankful for that. But with that being said, the next article is titled, "The U.S. has already canceled roughly $100 billion in student loan debt amid the pandemic." So the Department of Education has recently stated that borrowers are saving approximately $5 billion per month from the temporary 0% interest rate, which could add up to $90 billion in cancellation over 18 months. So, y'all, man, as Americans, we are going to school, we're getting educated, or edumacated as we like to say where I'm from. But man, we're taking on so much debt. let's be wise, because when this debt is canceled, debt is just, it's not canceled into thin air. Somebody's going to be paying for it. So let's remember that. Okay. Now, what they've also said that with data that they analyzed from last year, that just a 3-month extension of the payment pause and interest waiver from October 1st to December 31st, 2020 last year cost about $14.6 billion. Okay. And so far we've had over 19 months the payment pause. So that's wild. And now for this last article. It is titled Biden's Stimulus Bill's Effect on Student Loans, What to Know. And the biggest thing that I want to highlight from this article, with Biden's stimulus bill, it includes a section on student loans that makes student loan forgiveness tax-free through the end of 2025. The tax treatment applies to both federal and private student loans. So before, private loans weren't getting any love. They were getting no love. So prior to this, as the article states, the only program that offered this benefit was the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. After completing the program, borrowers weren't taxed on the amount forgiven. But the catch is that you had to work in a public service occupation, being a cop, being a firefighter, being a soldier, working for a VA hospital as a nurse, doctor, whatever have you. All right, so that's all I have for y'all. I am happy to be back. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for stopping by again. Hopefully there won't be this long of a time that you hear from me again. So until next time, everyone, stay strong, fight on, and have no debt but love. Peace and blessings. It is titled, The U.S. has already canceled roughly $100 billion in student loan debt amid the pandemic. So y'all, go ahead and take advantage of this next article. Man, I hate this video keep popping up. And you will have to, and the taxes and the amount that you were forgiven, taxes will, I'm just going to cancel that. I'm going to throw that out. So prior to I said that, I'm just going to skip all that.